Guys, how's it going? Ghostly Rich here today, and today we're going to be working on the RC drift car again. Well, today we're going to put the spoiler on it, and we're going to go ahead and put the mirrors on it. To do that, we're going to need some drill bits. I've picked up two different sizes from downstairs in the garage. What we're going to do is we're going to drill out the little hole right here with the smallest one first, and what we want to see is if we can just pop this mirror in. And if the mirror fits in the hole, perfect, means we're making progress. And then we can see how we want to attach it. So, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead, take this, hold it as flat as I can, make sure we're on the mark. Just like that. And then we're going to try and squeeze this through. I want it to be nice and tight. There, look at that. And I put the wrong mirror on the wrong side, but still, I at least know that's a nice tight fit. I'll tell you what size that is just in case you're doing the same thing and maybe your mirror's the same size. This one is a 1/8. Or wait, no, I'm reading it upside down. 9/64. There you go, 9/64 makes it a nice and tight fit. Now the good news is if you make it a nice tight fit, when you go to slip it in, let's see if I can grab the right mirror this time, which I actually think is this mirror here. Nope, that's the opposite. It would be this one. So it would sink in and sit like that. And then you can set it to the angle you want. Now, something for you. You can either A, hot glue gun this in, or B, take a cotter pin like so, or the body clips, and you can actually just clip it on the inside. So if you want it so you can remove them, maybe you don't want them in there all the time, go ahead and just put a cotter pin in the back end right here. So what I'm gonna do is drill up the next one, and then we're gonna get the next one in, and then I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna cotter pin these or glue them in. And again, there's that little indent right there, and slow. Don't need anything crazy here. And we'll go ahead and slip this in. And I just want to see how these look. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. And again, if you're going to glue them, make sure that you aim them properly. Heck, that already looks kind of cool. Let's see if I can show you here. Nice. Let's go ahead and let's drill out the spoiler one. So for the spoiler, depending on which one you're doing, for me, I've got the stock whale tail here. So this one's gonna go on, I wanna make sure I line up the holes properly with the right ones because there are multiple mounting options here. So that indent, this indent, so there's one there, and one in the center. So mine is this indent, and this indent. If you're using the one with the aftermarket spoiler where it looks, you know, like the two little metal rails and then the carbon fiber or whatever you're using, you would go ahead and make sure you drill out these two that are in line with each other. If you hear chewing on bones, that's my dog. If you've seen my other videos, then you know Mika. If you haven't seen my other Mika videos, yeah, there we go. There we go. And go ahead over here. And we'll just go ahead and go down right here. And last one right here. There we go. Look at that. And like I said, no pressure because you don't want to like force it and then it catches. And always use sharp drill bits. If you want to, you can clean up the heads at the very end. But let's go ahead and see if our spoiler just sits right in there after. Might have to move it around a little bit, get our finger in there, because again, it's a pretty tight hole. I might actually go a little bit bigger for the spoiler. I think the spoiler is probably just a little bit more tight. Yeah, you know what? So, what's the next size up that I'm going to be using? I'm going to use 11/64. All these metric bits. Go ahead, swap that out. How's that bone taste, Mika? I tighten my drill the wrong way. All right, let's see if we can just gauge these holes. This shouldn't take much. Perfect. There we go. Okay, now that we've gauged those a little bigger, yeah, slips right in, just like that. So again, I wouldn't use that size for the mirrors, but definitely use it for that. And look at that, it already looks way better. Gives it more of a real car look. Perfect. So, before I glue these mirrors in, because I'm gonna glue them, I'm never planning on pulling it off. If you are, then yes, make sure you don't glue it in, because if you do, you're not, well, actually no, it's hot glue. So the hot glue that I'm using, you could technically remove, so it's not a big deal. So the other thing I've done is I went and I spray painted these mirrors silver. I just literally went and picked up the smallest can of shiny silver. This actually ended up being a matter silver, but whatever. It still looks silver and still looks good. So I already have my mirrors here. And what I'm gonna do is just add a tiny bit of hot glue in here. And like I said, just a tiny bit, I'm gonna squeeze these in. Again, you could technically just use liquid glue and squeeze these in. You don't need to use hot glue for this part because you're never gonna pop the little mirrors out of here. So we'll take this little guy here and we'll just squeeze this till just a little glue. You don't need much. And if you get a little strand on there, whatever. Make sure you got the right side for the right side. Make sure we aim it, yep, and it kind of goes in on a cockeyed angle. So you just got to make sure it sits in there just like that. Again, cockeyed angle. We'll leave that there for a sec. Again, it doesn't need much. It's already going to sit nice and tight in there. You just really need to make sure it sits there. I don't know if that's going to show up, but it kind of looks really cool. Oh, got to clean up the glue. Ah, there we go. There, that looks better. Mika, you under my table? Yeah? How you doing? Careful, there's a hot glue gun up here, okay? Yes, I love you. When you squeeze these back in, just turn them, find a point of reference, and then go ahead, go to both sides, and make sure it lines up with that point of reference. From there, once you have them set, go ahead and just add a little bit of glue. And again, later on, if you're like, oh man, I messed that up, it's hot glue. You can peel it off and start again. Just make sure you don't get any on your windows. That's it. I hate how this glue gun just spits the glue stick. And then, well, I already like the spoiler. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw a little bit of hot glue on that spoiler. And let me guess, I need the glue stick that I keep tossing. Yep, of course I do. Okay, and again, I'm not going ham, I'm just throwing it on there. All right, let that kind of sit there for a second. Then we can see in the end what it looks like. I mean, you're not really gonna see much. You're just gonna say, oh yeah, that looks great. And that's exactly what I'm gonna say. Hey, look at that. That looks great. Next, in preparations for a light kit, I'm gonna go ahead and actually glue these lights in. Now, for gluing the lights in, pretty easy. You can actually just lay them in here and you can see exactly how they're gonna sit. And you can actually see where it wants to sit because, again, I'm gonna hot glue gun this on the leaves. So right here, on here, and on here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna glue on there and then I'm gonna set it. Now you wanna be careful because you wanna go to the outside of the leaf so that way you can see. And again, when you're gluing it, you just wanna make sure that it sits and rides right there by the light. I'm gonna actually be applying the glue. I might even just apply it to the light side and then squish it in. So let's go ahead and try. See if I can mess this up. There are totally guys that probably do this professionally. They're just freaking out right now. Like, what are you doing, man? And you know what? I don't blame you. Okay, let's see how that turns out. All right. Scared to look at the other side. I just want to do this. Looks like I covered all the light part. Don't see any lights sticking out, so let's see. I would say that was pretty darn good. No light, goes all the way around the edges. Good enough for the girls that I go out with. Right here. And right there. And again, we'll see. Maybe I'll take a hard hit and it'll bounce out and I'll have to go ahead and reattach them. I don't think I will, but yeah. Oh, Richard. That one would have been bad. Make sure. Nah, that's still lined up. Perfect. I was like coming in hot and then I took a look and I was like, wait a second. Maybe that wasn't the best move. No, I doubted myself. That was my first problem. Anyways, let's go to this side. Let's add in these guys. Make sure I get the right side to the right side. These ones are the easiest because all you're gonna do is glue around like right here, top of here, and it literally just slides on the one area. There's no way you can mess these rear lights up. I'm totally jinxing myself. I know. Oh man, Rich, what are you doing? No. No. All right, again. Press that in, hold for a couple seconds. Whoa, I'm gonna press the body into the hot glue gun. That'll be great. Alrighty. Now that we've gone ahead and done that, put our last one in. Again, a little bit of hot glue up here. And a little bit of hot glue up here. Hot glue rocks. Oh man, I can only imagine. All right, twist, slides right on the eyes of the rear. When I say that, there's two little indents which the circles literally slide right onto. Like you can't, or this is the front headlights. The rear is easy peasy. And let's take a look. Holy smokes, that looks cool. Look at the front of it now. Some silver eyes. You can already see I've got to touch up my paint. I may have had the body pop off a few times while practicing my drifting. But this is a practice body. That's why I'm playing a lot with it. Got glue right there. Oh wow, I guess maybe you can buy a gas door. That's totally a gas door right there. That'd be cool. Anyways, there's the rear. You can't see these yet, but wait, there's more. I'm gonna throw a light kit in here. When I throw that light kit in here, all these are gonna be active. I think it's gonna look sick. Anyways, that's finishing the body up. I was gonna throw the light kit in on this video, but I think I'm gonna just keep it separate because I think that some people are just gonna be coming for the light kit and they've probably already done their own body. So let's go ahead and end this video here. And if you want to see the light kit video, I'll put it in the description. So click the next video, press like if it helped you out, and subscribe for more.